Heartland fans, welcome back to your ultimate destination for all things Heartland. You've come to the right place if you're as excited about Season 19 as we are. This video is truly exceptional. We're diving deep into the long-awaited, emotional, and absolutely unforgettable return of Borden in Heartland Season 19, Episode 1. This episode changed everything, and we're breaking it down step by step from Amy's tearful reunion to Lindy's heartwarming reaction, Jack's wisdom, Lou's inner conflict, and a private moment between Ty and Amy that will stay with fans forever. Before we get started, don't forget to like this video, drop a comment to share your thoughts, and subscribe to Next Door for more updates, theories, and emotional recaps on Heartland Season 19. Let's get started. Instead of fireworks, the premiere of Heartland Season 19 begins with quiet, empathetic, almost poetic scenes of the Heartland Ranch. We see familiar sights, the horses grazing, the barn bathed in early morning light, and Amy going about her routine. The weight of the past still hangs heavy in the air despite her practiced movements, yet there's a strange stillness. The opening scenes drop subtle hints, like the old photo of Ty on Amy's nightstand being placed upright after years of lying face down, and a scene where Jack stares into the distance as if sensing something coming. There's a kind of electricity in the silence. The episode leans into the emotional groundwork laid in the previous season, the recurring dreams, Amy's sudden moments of pause, and Lindy's curious questions about her father. This emotional foundation is carefully laid, preparing viewers for something big, something that will stir hearts and redefine the emotional tone of the entire season. By the time the camera pans to the familiar silhouette of a man near the edge of the ranch in the distance, viewers know it's Ty, and he's home. Amy doesn't make a big deal of Ty's first appearance. It's heartbreakingly soft. She freezes as she leaves the barn. At first, she doesn't believe what she sees. The man standing just yards away, wearing that old brown jacket, looks older, stronger, but unmistakably familiar. She gives up holding the grooming brush. Her breath catches in her throat. Her face trembles between disbelief and overwhelming hope as she slowly approaches. There is a lot of emotional weight in each step. Memories flood back. The moment she lost him, raising Lindy alone, the quiet dinners with Jack, the tears she shed at night when no one was looking. And yet here he is, T. Borden, standing in front of her, eyes full of emotion as though he had never left her. Fans have been anticipating Amy's response for years. She touches his face as if she's afraid he'll disappear, tears falling freely. At first, there are no words. The silence speaks louder than anything else. And then, when she finally whispers his name, Ty, it's a moment of soul-deep recognition and emotional healing that we've all been waiting for. Lindy's reaction to seeing her father, Ty Borden, return to Heartland is perhaps the most heart-wrenching and deeply touching moment of the entire episode. Her innocent eyes initially widen in disbelief because she is unsure who this man is that everyone around her is crying over. However, children instinctively carry a subtle recognition, a sense of familiarity in their hearts. As Ty kneels down to her level, their eyes meet, and something silent but profound passes between them. Lindy does not require any major revelations or explanations. She simply walks toward him, wraps her tiny arms around his neck, and says softly, "Daddy." That one word breaks Amy, Jack, Lou, and everyone present. Her unfiltered, innocent yet powerful response is honest. She accepts her father not with questions, but with love. There's no need to understand how or why he's back in her world. Her daddy has returned. And all that matters right now is that it redefines the essence of family and shows how a child's heart can bring healing and unity in the most miraculous of ways. Jack Bartlett, the patriarch of Heartland, has always been the anchor holding the family together through storms of grief and change. Jack is stunned into silence when Ty returns, not because he doubts what he sees, but rather because his heart has waited for this moment. Despite his mind's loss of hope, Jack does not speak up. Rather, he responds with profound insight and quiet emotion. He steps forward, takes off his cowboy hat, and looks Ty in the eyes. He does not look at Ty in disbelief, but rather with a profound, tearful acceptance. In his gravelly voice, filled with rare emotion, Jack simply says, "You came back, son." And with those words, years of grief, regret, and unanswered prayers are gently released. Jack's wisdom is further revealed when he later tells Amy that life has its ways of testing faith, and that sometimes the answers we seek come when we stop looking. His emotional depth, calm presence, and unwavering support become a guiding light for the family as they try to understand and embrace Ty's return. Jack becomes not only a grandfather, but also the ranch's spiritual leader once more. Management of the ranch, her family, and her own emotional struggles have all fallen under Lou Fleming's purview. Lou is immediately overwhelmed upon Ty's return, bringing a plethora of feelings to the surface at once. She is beyond happy for Amy and Lindy, but she also has a storm inside of her. The years of grieving, witnessing her sister's suffering, and attempting to make up for Ty's absence left wounds that would never heal completely. She struggles to accept this miracle. Her eyes brim with tears as she approaches Ty, her words stumbling. "I want to believe this. I truly do." Lou's reaction is a battle between logic and heart. She wants to protect Amy and Lindy, fearing that this might all fall apart again. But the hope in her voice betrays her cautious mind. Lou reveals later in a private conversation with Peter that seeing Ty once more inspires her to believe in miracles, redemption, and the power of love. In the end, she gives Ty a long, tearful hug before whispering, "Thank you for coming back." Her journey in the episode is a testament to the complexity of human emotion. One can be hopeful, scared, grateful, and healing all at once. Georgie Fleming Morris has come a long way from the rebellious, guarded girl she once was. By now, she has matured into a confident young woman, carving her own path but always carrying the lessons of Heartland with her. She does not experience shock or disbelief when she sees T again. Rather, she feels a quiet, overwhelming gratitude. Georgie walks slowly toward Ty, her voice calm but emotional. "You were the first person who saw something in me. I never forgot that." Her response isn't about reliving the past, but honoring it. Georgie is aware that Ty's return is about growth, love, and healing, not just second chances. She hugs him tightly, whispering, "I'm who I am because of you." Her emotional maturity and the strength of her bond with Ty are demonstrated in this instance. Later in the episode, she shares with Amy how seeing Ty gave her peace, not just for the family, but for her own heart. Georgie has become someone Ty can be proud of, and her graceful, heartfelt reaction is one of the most powerful displays of growth and connection. Tim Fleming has never been one to wear his heart on his sleeve. He often hides his pain behind sarcasm or avoidance, especially when emotions run high. When Ty returns, Tim initially reacts with disbelief, not just because he's shocked, but because he doesn't know how to process the flood of emotion inside him. He tries to keep his composure by standing back, arms crossed and eyes narrowed. But as Ty steps forward and says, "Hey, Tim," something inside him cracks. Tim looks away, clears his throat, and mutters, "You've got some nerve showing up like this." But beneath those words lies a world of love, guilt, and unresolved pain. He eventually pulls Ty into a sudden, rough hug, one that says everything his words can't. It's awkward, strong, and deeply emotional. In a private moment later, Tim admits to Jack that he never thought he'd get the chance to fix things with Ty. His exterior may be tough, but his heart is a storm of relief and vulnerability. Ty's return forces Tim to confront his own emotional barriers and grow in ways he never expected. As the sun begins to set over, the familiar fields of Heartland cast a soft golden glow across the ranch. Ty and Amy finally find a quiet moment alone, just the two of them, away from the overwhelming emotions of the family and the chaos of his return. They meet in the barn, the place where their love story truly began, a sacred space filled with memories, whispers of laughter, tears, and promises once made. Amy stands by the stall door, her arms crossed tightly as if trying to hold herself together. Her heart races as Tay approaches. He looks at her with the same deep eyes she used to get lost in. He is older now, sadder, but his eyes shine with a love that never goes away. Neither of them speaks. The questions, regrets, and unspoken words that have lingered between them for far too long speak volumes. Finally, Ty speaks softly but tremblingly to break the silence. "Amy, I had no desire to leave you. I fought every day. Wherever I was, whatever happened to me, I fought because I needed to find my way back to you and Lindy. Amy's eyes glisten with tears. Her lips quiver as she takes a step closer. I thought I'd never see you again, she whispers, her voice barely audible. Every night, I'd lie awake wondering if you were still out there, if you were looking for us. I raised our daughter with your memory in every part of her life. I kept you alive for her and for me. Ty's hand gently reaches out, and after a brief pause, Amy lets her fingers entwine with his, as if testing to see if he's really there. Ty, you were my heart, she says, her voice cracking as she finally sheds tears. You still are, she says. However, I had to live. I had to learn how to breathe again without you. Ty nods, swallowing hard. His own tears fall freely now. Also, I want you to know that I'm proud of you for everything you've done, for how strong you were, for how you raised Lindy. She's everything I ever dreamed of. Their love is still alive, but it is now marred by the agony of time gone by and the need for healing. As Amy leans into his chest, she asks, "Can we ever go back to the way it was?" Tay gently lifts her face, gazing into her eyes with the sincerity only a man who's walked through pain and returned can carry. No, he says, his voice steady. But we can build something even stronger, a new chapter, one that honors the past and looks to the future, if you'll let me. The weight of his words settles deeply in Amy's heart, and after a moment of silence, she softly whispers, yes. They sit together in the barn afterward, not saying much, just holding hands, breathing in the same air again, hearts beginning to mend. It isn't perfect. It's not a fairy tale ending. It's real, raw, honest. It's what love looks like after being broken stronger in its cracks, more powerful in its pain, and more beautiful because it survived. Their conversation is not only a time of reunion, but also of redemption. It serves as a link between the past and the future. Again, for the first time in years, Amy smiles not from memory, but from hope. Ty smiles back, and in that quiet barn filled with old memories, they begin to make new ones together. And there you have it, Heartland fans. Ty Borden's grand return in Season 19, Episode 1 has brought us one of the most emotional, heartfelt, and powerful moments in Heartland history. It is a story of pain, healing, and hope. From Amy's tearful reunion to Lindy's innocent embrace, Jack's wisdom, Lou's conflict, George's development, and Tim's tough love, what did you think of Tay's return? Were you in tears like we were? Drop your thoughts in the comments. We want to hear how this episode touched your heart. And if you haven't already, please like this video, subscribe to, and hit that bell icon so you don't miss any breakdowns, theories, or emotional moments from Heartland Season 19. We've got so much more coming your way, including Episode 2 predictions and deeper dives into what Ty's return means for the entire Heartland family. Until next time, this is Emma from Where the Heart Always Comes Home.